Everybody, how's it going? We're talking about office fragrances to wear this summer, and I'll specify which ones also work really well if you work in outdoor environments like with construction and things like that. So the first one is a Kilian fragrance called Vodka on the Rocks, and this is just a really refreshing, clean type of scent. If you like the smell of vodka, you're really going to enjoy this one. I find that Vodka on the Rocks is going to be great for both indoor and outdoor work, whether you're at your computer on the desk, working at a desk, or if you're, doing some manual labor outside, inside, whatever you're doing, right? So this, I really find it to be an inoffensive sort of fragrance. And the thing is, it doesn't project too much, which is nice because when you're in a work environment, you don't really want a beast mode scent because even though the smell can be inoffensive, it can still kind of put somebody off that's trying to focus on other things. You know what I mean? So let's try to be self-aware and be cautious of others around you. You know what I mean? So Vodka on the Rocks, a great fragrance for that. The longevity I got with this fragrance was around 4 to 5 hours. And if you want to reapply after lunch, you can do that as well. This, by the way, I find it to be a very unisex fragrance. Next, we've got Gris Charnel by BDK. Now this is also marketed as unisex. I believe it leans more feminine in my honest opinion. But if you enjoy tea fragrances like black tea, you like fig, you like cardamom, then you'll enjoy this scent right here. And to me, this, it does kind of scream more spring than the summertime. But if you're working in an indoor corporate office, corporate building, then I think that this is a great fragrance. I wouldn't suggest wearing this when it's really, really hot outside in the summertime, especially if you're going to be perspiring, because it can kind of make it just go a little bit too sweet. But in the office, this is a really tasteful sort of scent. Now, the actual longevity of this fragrance is around 3 hours, but it projects pretty decently within the first hour. But it's nothing that is too much, and I think what you'll notice as a pattern with this video is that the fragrances I'm recommending don't have the best performance, don't have the best projection or the best scent trails, because like I said, you want to be considerate of others, and just wearing something really strong can just put people off, you know what I mean? So the last thing you want is like a complaint to HR. Next is a fragrance I currently don't have in my collection. It's Mon Paris by YSL. And I'll put the names of the fragrances and discount site links in the description. But Mon Paris was a fragrance that my Nina, she was my aunt, that she used to wear in the office. And it's a strawberry scent. Now, Mon Paris is just really easy to like. For those of you that want something very simple, something that's not challenging whatsoever and that's going to smell good, then Mon Paris is a great one to start with. It's nothing that has like a huge wow sort of reaction where it's like, oh wow, you smell different from everybody, but you will smell good. You know what I mean? When I wore Mon Paris, I got about 3 to 4 hours and I liked it. I wasn't in love with it, but I think it's perfectly suitable for the office, and that is a more feminine leaning fragrance. Next, we're gonna go with L'Homme by YSL. Now this is marketed as a masculine scent. However, it's super, super unisex. In fact, there are a lot of women that wear this. I remember the first time I tested this fragrance out, and I went somewhere with my mom, and she was like, oh, that smells like an Estee Lauder perfume I used to use. You know what I mean? So it has a good balance of feminine and masculine, and it's a nice, refreshing ginger fragrance. Now, people shit on L'Homme because they're like, oh, it's so weak, whatever, blah, 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 blah. And I give them that. You know what I mean? This is not something that's going to last on you all day. But is it something you yourself will enjoy and nobody else will get irritated with? Absolutely. I think that this being a weak fragrance plays to its strength for being something you can wear in the office, because you don't have to worry about massive projection, and you yourself are just, you're gonna smell great, you're gonna feel great. You know what I mean? And L'Homme is also a fragrance. You know what? I would say you can wear it if you work outside too. Like the ginger in it just adds a very interesting note. And for the most part, ginger is a very refreshing sort of smell. A little bit spicy too, but it's not so, like, it's not very sweet. It doesn't become cloying, nothing like that. So for the indoor and outdoor workers, L'Homme by YSL, solid choice. Mon Paris, more of an indoor choice. Gris Charnel, indoor. Vodka on the rocks, indoor and outdoor. All right. Now, probably the most popular fragrance that is always talked about when it comes to professional scents is Prada Lhomme. Now, this one I strictly recommend for working indoors because I don't really see this as a summer fragrance. This is a nice spring fragrance, and in fact, I think it does pretty well in the fall and winter. I know people have performance issues sometimes with this scent, but on me, I get really good longevity and projection with this. And the only reason I'm somewhat skeptical to say that this is a good work fragrance is because the way this projects is very, very noticeable. Like, this is a scent that I remember one of the first few times I was wearing it, I was outside, I was just kind of going back and forth, and somebody just smelled my scent trail and they were not even close to me. But they were like, hey, what are you wearing? You smell really good. So this is definitely something that is not, it's like the opposite of L'Homme. You know, it's not going to be something you yourself are going to enjoy. Other people around you will definitely smell you when you wear this scent. And to me, this fragrance isn't more like, it reminds me more of kind of the boss or the owner that comes in every once in a while to check on the company, just be like, okay, how's everything running in this branch? You know what I mean? And they look great, they smell great. But yeah, that's the vibe I get with Prada Lhomme, that it has some sort of dominance to it in a sexy professional type of way, but it can be a bit overbearing. In fact, I remember when I was recommending this on TikTok, somebody said that she actually got a complaint from somebody, like somebody went to HR and said that her fragrance was too strong. So for this, it smells like luxurious, like I was gonna say luxurious Downy, but yeah, seriously, like luxurious fabric softener. Now, the main like note in this fragrance is iris, which is a floral, which is the reason why I find it to be more unisex than masculine, because it's a floral type of scent, and for the most part, at least a lot of guys are scared to rock florals. They're like, oh no, I can't wear a floral. It has to be either fresh and clean or a blue scent or like a sweet, bold masculine fragrance. But this is super unisex, but still very sexy. In fact, I find this also to be a great date scent because it just smells good. Like, what? There's nothing wrong with smelling clean. You know what I mean? So Prada Lhomme, there is Prada La Femme, but if we're being real, the feminine version of this fragrance just does not hit the spot. And there have been other women that have told me that they feel the same way, that they just rock the masculine one instead. Okay, now another one I'm going to throw in, both for indoor outdoor workers. Molecula one, of course. This is a skin chemistry fragrance. It's ISO E Super, so it's just going to enhance how you naturally smell. It's an anti-fragrance, and for the most part, it's only really when you're active that the juice of this fragrance truly shines. When you're just kind of sitting around, if you're being idle, it's going to stay very close to you, so you don't have to really worry about this bothering anybody. I think they would only be bothered like if you didn't clean yourself before you threw this on, which is, you know, pretty much common sense. Like, I'm assuming everybody that watched this channel knows how to properly clean themselves. So yeah, do that, then throw this on, and it's just a really, it's a nice pheromone scent. I've gotten so many compliments off this fragrance. It's insane. Don't you hate it when you're talking and then you're like, your voice just like stops in the middle of it? I think for right now, those are going to be what I give you, but I don't want this video to be like 15 minutes long. But again, I'll put the names of the fragrances and the discount site links in the description. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. See you later. Bye.